Well, a lot of talk has been made about what's going to happen with the Cleveland Cavaliers next season. They're still the favorites to come out of the East. Why? Because why would you go against consistency? LeBron James have always made it to the NBA Finals, but I picked the Boston Celtics to defeat them in the Eastern Conference Finals. And people talk about the Eastern Conference as a joke, blah blah blah. People forget teams like Milwaukee, and they forget good teams like the Washington Wizards, who really last year were the better team than Boston. Now, did Boston get better? Absolutely. They have two young players that I think going to step in and do tremendous in rookie seasons. And for what they're trying to accomplish, yes, I think they'll have enough to get it done. What Cleveland has is veteran leadership on the team, guys who've been there before. So, though a lot of them have not made it to the NBA Finals, except for the core members, the rest of them know about playoffs, how to deal with the pressure, deal with pressure type situations. And LeBron can do what he likes to do best, and that's defer. Defer to somebody else to be the person to win the game because it's not his MO. Now, let's talk about the real factors of are the Cleveland Cavaliers better? We don't really know. I mean, from a perspective wise of looking at the bench, they have they got Green on the team, which is better than what they had before. Darren Williams, of course, he was gone and wasn't coming back, and he's probably out the league. But you still got liabilities out there on the court. You got a bunch of scores, but defensively, where did they get better? You say they got Green and they have Jay Crowder, and Jay Crowder is good as far as defending LeBron James, but really, Jay Crowder can hit a couple of threes every now and then, but when it counts, he's come up short. And you think he's gonna really hold Kevin Durant? I just don't really see that. Because when you compare them, you got to compare them to who they lost to. They lost to Golden State, so their motivation or their attitude is we got to beat Golden State. So did they get enough pieces to beat Golden State? Getting Isaiah Thomas on the team, who can light it up and score and do all these things, and wonderful at it he is, he's still 5'9". So you gotten shorter and smaller at the guard, and I don't think he's a more accurate shooter or have a much touch around the basket as Kyrie Irving. So that's gone. Now you got to deal with the point of how they're going to work in together because you still got Kevin Love on the team. You still have that situation. They're going to need one more player that's consistent on this team that can produce. J.R. Smith is too iffy. He's up and down, and everybody's like, oh no, this is the year JR is going to break out because he's going to be healthy this year. He was healthy last year. Then he injured his thumb, and he was out for like months. So I really don't know where he's going from that standpoint. But you got Derrick Rose, former NBA MVP on your team, and he's going to be starting right there with another MVP on the team and LeBron James. You got Kevin Love on the team. And then you got Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder on the team. You got like 5, 6 superstars on the team. I guess this is LeBron's super team, and he's still trying to get more. He's not done. But are they better than the team last year? The team last year was a joke because the team before that year was a joke and never should have won an NBA Finals and never even been there. Cleveland would have been the worst team defensively ever to win an NBA title. The amount of points they were allowing per game was ridiculous. And you can't have those type of mental lapses and say, oh, we were injured, we were tired, there's too many games. You can't have all these excuses. And of course, the NBA is going to try to fix that this year so LeBron can get rest because that's what they do. Whenever things get hot, they fix things for LeBron James. So things are starting to get hot. So you know what that means. Let's fix stuff for LeBron James. And I get it. You know, LeBron is their cash cow. And as far as he goes, everything floats through him. So I look at it from a different perspective. I look at it like this. Cleveland is going to be as good as their defense is. Where did they get better defensively? Because everyone's looking at points. Oh, Isaiah scored. He averaged 29 points a game. He scored all these points. This game is won by defense. Defense. Why don't people realize that? Jay Crowder can play D, yeah, but defensive sets are not normally his strong suit. They took advantage of that when they played. When they got a switch, they get lost. Oh my God. They get lost so many times on switches till he's in a mismatch trying to guard somebody like Kyrie Irving. So if they play again and they do the switches, he's going to be caught in a mismatch trying to guard Kyrie Irving. So my thing is, y'all looking at it like, well, who do Boston have that can? Those young boys can guard LeBron James. They ain't worried about him. Kyrie can handle guarding Isaiah Thomas. So what you got now? Derrick Rose, he shoots 27% from the three. In pressure situations for the New York Knicks, he shot about a whopping 20%. It was like, well, he wasn't the main guy. You think he's gonna be the main guy in Cleveland? I'm telling you, you guys gotta wake up. Look, this thing has been done a million different ways, set up a different type of ways. But every scenario you come to, because these guys seem to be analytic guys, but they don't seem to look at the right analytics. The right analytics to look at is Cleveland versus Boston. How do they match up? They don't match up well against the Washington Wizards, to be honest. And they definitely don't match up with Greek the Freak. So what are you really talking about that they added? Star power. Derrick Rose. You know, he's coming back playing for a contract. Isaiah Thomas at playing for a contract. They're going to play hard. LeBron want to get back to the finals. Who's going to guard Draymond Green? Jay Crowder? Who's going to make them say, you know, we got to respect them? Jay Crowder? It's not going to work. What about Shumpert? Shumpert is a walking six fouls. He can't make a shot when it counts. All he is to hack somebody. Defensively, they don't pay attention on sets. J.R. Smith gets lost on what the assignment is, right along with Tristan Thompson. And LeBron James is too fatigued to be able to do anything in the fourth quarter. Now they were like, LeBron's going to rest. Who? Who's coming in for LeBron James? LeBron goes to the bench. Cleveland's supposed to sustain, right? My thing is, when do LeBron go to the bench? LeBron plays all those minutes because LeBron James wants to play all those minutes. He wants to bring the ball up. He don't want to lay back. He wants to play all those minutes in the game. He feels I got to be out there. I got to be doing something. Oh, the shots ain't dropping. So the team is not used to playing without LeBron James. So when you got that scenario where they're not used to playing with him on the court, that's going to take time to build that relationship of where guys can be on the spot, get the ball, because they're not used to not playing with him. Everything in the offense revolves around him. That's how he plays the game. Everybody else is robots, and he's the only piece that's moving. So you got to know how to play around him. But defensively, do I see them shutting anybody down? Do I see the Cleveland Cavaliers lighting up the scoreboard like Golden State? No. That's not how they play. And do I think they're better? It's hard to tell. But right now, I can't really say they did. They got better pieces, better namesakes, but what would Derrick Rose look like? What would Isaiah Thomas look like when he comes in the game? They're talking about All-Star break. Then that's half the season. So you're gonna have Isaiah Thomas for half of a year? So that's where I'm at with it. Y'all tell me what you think.